The best strategy to create millions of dollars in the 2020, 2021, and 2022 and going further. Hey gang, this is Mike with MrNoFlip.com, and today in my class we're going to be talking about the best strategy to create millions of dollars in what I call the subject to heaven, which I predicted back in 2016 when I said that gold was the play, and we're going to see major stock crashes, and we're going to also see um, the real estate tank. And so, what is the best strategy today? Well, it's called OPM. Okay. What is OPM? Well, OPM stands for other people's mortgages, other people's money. And I'll get into that in a second. But with millions and millions and millions of people behind on their home payments called forbearance program, with millions and millions of people on state unemployment, with millions and millions of businesses closing down, millions and millions of companies having problems with trade wars going on with China, the end result is going to be the best opportunity ever to be a real estate investor in these 3 years, because the price of real estates are going to be collapsing. They're going to be collapsing, okay? And they're going to be tons of motivated sellers. There's going to be, again, let me say, distressed properties. I mean, all investors are smart, they're sophisticated, they're inside investors. They love when there's chaos in the street. They love when there's distressed sellers. What is a distressed seller? Okay, distressed sellers come in two shapes. You have what's called emotional and financial. Either way, there's going to be millions and millions and millions of Americans that are going to be distressed, which means that they have properties that they're going to need to liquidate, and they're not going to be able to because of the credit crunch that the banks have created, because of house prices falling, because of so much debt and so on. And it's going to create an opportunity for investors like myself that are going to use the strategy OPM. Why is this the best strategy in 2020, 2021, 2022? Number one, there's so many motivated sellers out there. Number two, the funds are already there. For example, instead of me saving my money and then buying a house for cash, or instead of me going to a hard money lender, or instead of me going to a bank to get a loan, what I do is I find a motivated seller and I negotiate OPM with them, where the seller becomes my private bank. Therefore, I just step into the seller's shoes and make the monthly payments. The seller in return deeds me the property, the ownership of the house. I become the rightful owner of it. And I help the seller move to the next chapter of their life. The advantage for me is many. I don't have to get a loan. I don't have to do a credit check. I don't have to put a large down payment down. I don't have to pay all the junk fees the traditional way. I would have to. I don't have to compete. I don't have to compete with so many sellers. I'm sorry, so many buyers. For example, if I was doing uh, auctions, there were so many buyers there. If I was doing MLS, there's so many buyers there. If I'm doing REOs, if I'm doing auctions on websites, there's so many buyers, because um, what I work on and what I try to teach in my profit sharing, in my academy, in my alchemy stones, is how to find off market properties and negotiate with these sellers, where they're giving you the house at a deep discount because they're highly motivated. In 2020, guys, there's millions and millions of foreclosures coming. They're motivated, okay? Or B, they allow me to take over their house payment, simply put, and me becoming the rightful owner of it without getting a loan, without doing a credit check, etc., and creating a non-recourse loan. There's going to be millions of motivated sellers, and the best strategy is OPM. Now, if you're interested in learning how to use OPM, there's three options. Number one, you can join the academy. It's just $47 a month. You get unlimited academy access, plus you get monthly coaching. Two, you can work with me one-on-one, right, in our Abundance Club, where we meet every Saturday for just $97 a month. And you can try right now for just $1 for the first week. And three, if you're already successful, you have a business, okay, then join me in the profit sharing where I work with you directly, right? For one whole month of coaching for 3K, you get all my business tools, business in a box, I say, to go out there and get these types of deals. Okay. Now, why is subject to investing? Why is OPM investing so powerful today? Well, because there's millions of motivated sellers. Okay. Why is it another reason why it's powerful? Because I don't need to have all the cash to buy the property. Why is it important? Because I can negotiate a non-recourse loan unlike traditionally. For example, if I go traditionally and buy a home, I have to sign a promissory note. I have to put out down payments. And I also have to sign a deed of trust that says if I default, that the bank can not only come get the collateral, but they can also come and get me personally. Where when I negotiate with the seller, I do a non-recourse loan that if I default, which I'm not going to, but in case I get run over by a truck or something, if I default, that the seller can get the property back. They can't come after me directly. Okay, if I happen to make it or something. So this is small tips of the iceberg. Why uh, it's so lucrative. Why I think it's the best strategy because why do I want to go borrow money and uh, pay 18% interest or hard money? Or why do I want to go borrow money under my own name when there are sellers out there that are highly motivated? Why do I want to do a fix and flip and take so much risk and try to fix this property and worry about these guys showing up when I could buy just pretty homes that have massive cash cows because the Fed um, has just been printing money out like crazy, right? They've been just printing out money like crazy, and they caused asset inflation, and we have millions and millions of people now totally going to be totally motivated because their house is going to have no equity, zero equity, or marginal equity or negative equity, guys. That's the three options, and you're gonna have people that are gonna have their house free and clear, right? And you're gonna have people that have a good amount of equity, but the people that are gonna be really in trouble are gonna be in the spectrum, right? People that own a house fully and clear, they're still gonna be motivated, but they have more options. But their greed is going to stop them from lowering their price, so they'll be more willing to do OPM. They're willing to do become my private bank because they want to get more on the higher price spectrum. And the people that have zero or negative or no equity, they're going to be highly motivated because they're not going to be able to sell their home. And if they do, they got to tap into their 401s to bring a big chunk of money to closing because the home values are coming down. The home values are coming down because the tide has changed. We went from being a seller's market now to being a buyer's market. But right now we're in a phase of discovery. So that's why I've been saying for the next 6 months to 18 months, if they don't close the court systems, we're going to see massive price cuts in real estate. So again, in the next 6 months to 18 months, my prediction is that we're going to see massive price cuts if they don't stop the foreclosures, because we're going to need that machine to be rolling for that massive inventory to hit. Because you have millions and millions and millions and millions of people that don't have jobs. You have millions and millions and millions of people in forbearance, and the way they're counting the forbearance is very, very tricky. But there's even more people that are behind this not being tallied up. So best opportunity there to be a real estate investor. Um, some people say, well, Mike, I don't have the money. I don't have money to invest into a rental property. I don't have 10 grand or 15 grand. Or, hey, Mike, I just lost my job. Or, hey, Mike, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. Then what I tell these people is download the new Flip. Okay, it's a revolutionary business in a box, right? That allows you to make money today with only $100 startup capital, right? Where you're able to 200 to 700x return on your investment without getting into debt, without risking tons of money, right? And without having to learn and keep learning without earning. So if you want to get money now, and you want to learn about the real estate business, the new Flip is where it's at. And right now you can get it for a very, very, very special price at mrnofluff.com. It's a revolutionary. We have tons of students applying it from anywhere from California all the way to Colorado, all the way to Las Vegas, all the way to New York, all the way to Canada, all the way to Great Britain. And, we have significant success in the new flip. There's a video you can watch at thenewflip.mrnoflip.com where my students did 8 flips, guys, 8 flips in 1 month. 8 flips in 1 month. Unbelievable. With only $100. Okay. He started with $100, did 8 flips. And we go into the video how he found the deals, how, what did he do and how did he come up with the money and all that stuff at thenewflip.mrnoflip.com, or just go to My Real Estate Dojo. Thanks for watching. Click the like button, share this message. Remember, 2020, 2021, 2022, best time to be a real estate investor, in my opinion. Peace.